We'd like to present Noise Party live at Liberty with Jim Rader. And our guests for tonight are Adam Theriault, The Wrong Hero, Marli Herman, Magi Barron, Steve Rapson, Josh Lederman, C.T. Elliott, and Mary Gauthier. And, of course, Noise Party is presented every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on Cambridge Community Television, Channel 55. This is the last Live at Liberty that we'll be showing for a while, but we'd like to thank Jim Rader and, of course, Liberty. Give it a shot. Welcome to Cafe Liberty. As usual, we're highly organized. And yes, indeed, that helps a great deal. We have light, sort of, after a fashion. And where there is light, there is hope. Let's see. Let's get a wider angle on this. It's a pity that such a bright light is required to make this primitive and antiquated camera work. So, what was it that you needed to discuss with me?
Well, do you remember? You probably don't remember me. We did do a video of the awards here. And I missed it on public access on television, and I was wondering if you happened to save them.
Oh, of course I save them. What is your name?
Magi Barron.
Magi Barron? Were you the one that I had to split up among two?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, man. Yeah, yours was a particularly good
oh, really?
performance, I felt.
Ooh, I would love to see it.
Yeah. So that I might be able to contact you. I'm not going to be in town much, but
Where are you going?
well, I live in Providence, and I just started a job down there. So what's your address?
It's 33 Boylston. Yeah, your sound just come on. That's amazing. The other one, too. Not Physio, the other one.
Your phone number? 617.
524.
I'm going to be acquainted with a fellow named Timothy Maxwell. T-Max. He runs the Noise.
Yeah.
Maybe I could drop the tapes off at his place. We can pick them up. I'll give you a phone.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. The movie wasn't so hot. There wasn't much of a plot. You fell asleep there overnight, and our reputations are shot. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Well, what are we gonna tell your mom? What are we gonna tell your pop? What are we gonna tell our friends when they say, ooh, la, la, wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie.
Another one. Those are the only words that was specified. How does that sound out there?
It's good. Kind of boxy.
Huh?
Kind of boxy, I think.
And oh, we have a critic.
I'm just telling you what.
Kind of boxy, huh?
What?
You don't mean Foxy.
Oh, you're Foxy.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, thank you.
Gosh, it's much better.
There's not much singing in this song.
I think that sounds better.
All right, I'll do it.
What a day for a daydream. I was made for a daydreaming boy, and I'm lost in a daydream, dreaming about my bundle of joy. And you can be sure that if you're feeling right, a daydream will last along into the night. Tomorrow at breakfast you can pick up your heels. You can be daydreaming for 1,000 years. I've been having a sweet dream. I've been dreaming since I woke up today. It's starring me and my sweet dream, 'cause she's the one that makes me feel this way. And even if time ain't really on my side, it's one of those days for taking a walk outside. It's one of those days for taking a walk in the sun. Found my face in somebody's new lawn.
I can't whistle. Da, 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 da.
And you can be sure that if you're feeling right, a daydream will last along into the night. Tomorrow at breakfast you can pick up your ears. You can be daydreaming for 1,000 years. What a day for a daydream, custom made for a daydreaming boy. And I'm lost in a daydream, dreaming about my bundle of joy.
A dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. How does that sound? Is that better?
I think it sounds good.
Okay, so this is the official beginning. Those were just the sound check solos. Although you can count them if they want. Okay, what should I do? There's hardly anybody here, so I'm just going to play some covers and do this old song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Although they actually didn't write it. It's credited to them on the album, but it's a traditional song. They stole it. This is called Flora, the Lily of the West. Wait, let me start again. There's not enough people here. It's freaking me out. Okay. This is the open mic. If you want to play or recite poetry or anything, there's plenty of slots left. You get 7 minutes on stage, or probably tonight you can even do about 8 or 9. My name is Jim Rader, I'm the host. I'm gonna start this song again.
First I came to Louisville, my fortune there to find. I met a fair young maiden there, her beauty filled my mind. Her rosy cheeks, her ruby lips, they gave my heart no rest. chest, but still I loved my Flora, the lily of the West. I stepped up to my rival, my dagger in my hand. I seized him by the collar and I ordered him to stand. But in my desperation, I stabbed him in the breast. I killed a man for Flora, the lily of the West. And then I had to stand my trial and then commence my plea. The judge, he showed no mercy and he came down hard on me. I stepped up to the gallows and then I crossed my chest, but still I love my Flora, the lily of the West, lily of the West.
Wow, 2 people played. 3, wow. And here comes CT to save the day. It's a slow night. Okay, now I'm going to do one more song, then we're going to bring up our first open mic person tonight. Okay, so this is a new song I wrote, and this was a song that got rejected by the producers of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, what I had in mind for this song was it was going to be like, you know, one of the cute little dance numbers that Quasimodo does with one of the gargoyles, but they didn't like it, but I like it. This is called Karen's Song, or Local Boy Meets the Love Police.
You made me love you. I did wanna love you. And now I gotta make you. Now I gotta make you love me too. And people talk about the weather, even when they ain't together. Oh, they never can say never. Are they trying to fall in love? You think you got me in your palm. If you do, then you're putting yourself on. I really think you've got it wrong. And you know that's why I wrote this song. And you made me need you. I didn't want to need you. And now I gotta feed you. Now I gotta make you need me too, yeah. You know it's so easy to fall. It's as easy as a telephone call. I know you think you've heard it all, and you know you got a lot of going. You made me love you. I didn't wanna love you, and now I gotta make you. Now I gotta make you love me too. And people talk about the weather, even when they ain't together. Oh, they never can say never. Are they trying to fall in love? Are they trying to fall in love? Are you trying to fall in
Sorry about the low turnout, you guys. It's a feast and famine.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault. They booked these things. I should have changed it to the second Monday in September, but Okay, so get on with our program here. Our first open micer tonight. Gee, that was loud, wasn't it? Our first. Okay, I'll step back a little bit. Our first open micer tonight is Theriault, and he's going to do some spoken word. This is his first time here, so please, everybody out there, all 6 of you, give him a big hand.
Actually, I'm from out of town anyway. I just happen to be there.
So good.
The first thing I'm going to read is just a really soft poem. Kind of go into some loud, angstier things, and if we have time, a little short story for all the comments. The first one, I don't actually remember the name of because I don't have anyone right in my throat. But I remember it something like this. It was December again for the first time today, and I was thinking about December. And remember, we went to that party at Jane and John's for that holiday party, and that was around the time we used to kiss each other till we were blue in the face and sore from heart attacks. And I started to vomit Christmas lights and unnamed stars and butterflies because I'd been feeling pretty lovesick most of the evening. And that would be the end of that one. Abrupt note. Does this have an on and off switch?
No.
Is anybody aware of
It's
that?
always on.
No, it does not. It's always on.
Always on.
Yeah.
Okay, this is kind of quite loud.
If you stand back from the mic, it will not.
Yeah, I'm going to do this for the softer parts. Oh, this one's called Melancholia. This is 15-ish.
In a blocked red pair of tired eyes, with the pall of regret slipping and digging to nowhere, with tears blurring the world until you don't ever want to see it again, with life just a stupid memory to keep on holding on to, just a place because there's nowhere else to go. A sylphid with bagworm hope shuts his deadlights to the world.
And life slaps on, feeding tasks to its expendable machines.
Hey scourge, hey filth, hey dirge, hey sylph, with your bang, bang, bang gun. Don't know which one, just want it done, just want to run. And you mock, and you lust, and you piss, and you rust, and you crack men's whips, and zip girls' lips, and spread their hips, and silicone tits. Fucking your ooh yeah, end of the world, faster, master, in out, shout. Oh God, yes please and thank you. How about that pay to fuck, that pay to love, and all the itch that comes from what? The sordid feel of your valgus, vital, vaginal vertigo, your petulant, putrid, paltry clicks, and your oil grease ass.
There's a softer part in here somewhere. Oh, to touch the face of impossibility. To turn the pound into lavender and the bread pigeons into lovebirds. The pain of want. To feel something more than epileptic passion. To meet some elusive devil archer for the chance to buy his smack. To have something more than this and to lift this into a genuine smile, lift above the clutter of existence, an existence where Goliaths kill Davids and Josephs rape Marys, loudly, powerfully, just fuck in ways that are curious, incredibly tasteful, and alive with pleasure. The ending happens to be, by the way, a menthol cigarette ad for... Do we have time for a small story?
Keep going, this is great.
Just more yelling.
This is kind of a George Orwellian short story I had written a bit ago. It's called The Acrolith. An acrolith, I was kind of dictionary browsing one day and I came across it. It's an old type of German sculpture that combines a wooden trunk or torso and the limbs and head and such are made of stone. And so this is a story about an acrolith. Moribund had woke up that day, the same day he always had. Same way, rather. He got up in his cabin and went out to his pasture and picked his fruits and vegetables and had a few bites to eat. And he overlooked the mountains and the fields that surrounded his house. And he sat there in his field after he had finished eating and content with the field of a man who had just finished eating a fanciful breakfast and whatnot. And he went inside and he woke his special creation the same way he always did. He woke Timothy. The way the man would wake Timothy was by opening a shutter in the side of the house where the sun would pour in, and it would gleam upon his body, warming him, and every day he would wake with the sun. Now, Timothy always referred to Moribund as his father, but the difference between Timothy and any other human son was that Timothy was an acrolith, which I just explained. Now, the only bizarre part of the entire thing was that Timothy had also a tiny, ornately woven wooden heart inside this wooden trunk that he had, and these stone limbs and such. And he could talk and walk just as any other son would. And men had become lonely and had created him as some form of company. And then one day, Moribund had told Timothy that it was time for him to go. And Timothy became worried, and he said, "Well, Father, how will I wake up in the morning without the sunlight? And when I cool down in the evening and I go to bed and I get weary and I get tired, what will keep me going to the next day?" And he says, "And why has your fire died as well?" And Moribund replied that he says, "Yes, well, my fire has died a long time ago. For with men and women is much different, a much different fire than that of others." And so Timothy became mortified, and he said, well, what am I supposed to do? I can't wake up if I don't have you to open the shutter in the morning. And he said, well, I will show you a way that you can keep your heart warm throughout the entire evening and the entire day. And so that day, Moribund brought Timothy out to the mountainside and taught him how to make a fire. And he gave Timothy a single coal. And he told him to keep it near him at all times so that it would keep his heart warm, but not too near or it would burn it up. And so Timothy had clutched the coal in his stone hand, which didn't hurt a bit. And he never saw Moribund again. And that evening was the first time Timothy had ever saw the moon. He had stepped outside, and he was warmed by the coal, and he kept it close to him so as to keep his heart warm, but not too close so that it would burn up. But then all of a sudden, a huge gust of wind had blown, and so he in frantic hurry, went to the mountainside to make another fire. And he made another coal, and instead this time of holding it, he made a small pouch that would dangle about his waist. I think I forgot this later, so I shouldn't. And he would keep the coal there, and it would keep him warm, but at the same time was just far away enough that it would be detached from him. And at this time, he went out and he saw a figure standing in the darkness, and he thought it was Moribund. So he says, Father, you've come back." But instead it was an amazingly beautiful woman. And at that moment, he became instantly petrified. That's it, the word petrified. That's all I have, thanks.
See, you never know what you're in for bookstore here, the Cafe Libertine. I mean Liberty. Let's hear it again for his first time here, and probably his last time for a while, because where are you going back to, Adam? Northampton. Well, that's not too far away.
Adam, tap it in.
Woo! Adam Theriault. Let's hear it again. Theater of Cruelty. Oh, you're going to be back in 2 weeks? Well, we do this thing on the second Monday of the month, so the next one's going to be the Monday after Labor Day. If you want to drop by again, bring some of your friends, have some scones. And the men's room should be working by then, in the ladies' room. And, okay. Bon voyage. Okay, and now, hot off the campaign trail, because, I mean, he's already a hands-down winner. I'd like to introduce the next president of these here United States. Can you please welcome the wrong hero? Dun, 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 dun.
Keep going. Let's let everybody. Dun, 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 dun. What am I, an idiot up here? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Beautiful, baby.
As a candidate for the presidency of the United States, you'll never catch me with my pants down, because I'm not wearing any. As your candidate for the highest office of the greatest country on earth, I will never stand up here with sneaky and underhanded attacks on my opponent. I'll do it anonymously on the telephone. As president, I promise my first act in office will be to pardon anyone who has ever laughed at any of my jokes. I will empty the White House of every piece of historical junk the other presidents have put there and sell it to our nation's enemies. I will replace the Bill of Rights with the Bill of Wrongs. I will sell Hawaii to Japan, Alaska to Russia, and the Louisiana Territory back to France. Forrest Gump will be my vice president. I'm running this race, and in running this race, I will guarantee you one thing. I am not a crook. But I got some boys on my staff who are. I promise my State of the Union address will be one long, incoherent rant, knocking the crumb bums who done me dirt, and plugging the fat cats who slipped me manila envelopes, bursting at the seams with payola. The halls of Congress will run knee-deep with the blood of my slain foemen, although I can't really promise that. I will rid this room of insect pests, because I don't want you to have anything. I promise when I sit down to negotiate with the Russians and the Chinese, no matter who's in power, my motto will be, I'm afraid of you burly men. I will not be an albatross around your necks. I will be a millstone. If, as your president, I fail to do what I promise, tough luck. I'll be all in the whip hand, you filthy monkeys, once I dupe you into giving me the keys to the White House. Excuse me. I promise, if elected, to always leave the seat up in the White House bathroom. I promise to listen very carefully to my opposition and then spread ugly rumors about my critics. In my presidency, I will out-stupid the village idiot. I promise during important official ceremonies of state to be snappish and weepy. I will respect the rights of the minority, then do what I damn well please. I will ignore the talented, reward cronyism, make everybody's decisions for them, and nationalize the Masons and the Mafia. I will declare a cultural war, not out of any sense of conviction, but because I like the way it sounds. And I promise you, I will always be consistent in the way I screw things up. My first instinct will always be to lie. But I will always be careful to parrot my nonsensical pet theories, use lots of fancy words that I don't know the pronunciation or meaning of, listen attentively to my corporate masters, follow every blip in the polls slavishly,
and bureaucratize everything in sight. In other words, if I'm elected, it will be business as usual in Washington, D.C. As always, I will hold myself exempt from any moral standard. I will do everything in my considerable power to make the grand institution of the presidency the object of ridicule and mockery. I will embrace the idiocies of the majority, flatter them for their stupidities, and seek out scapegoats when they are forced to suffer the consequences of their prejudices. I will study everything the average man is ignorant of and studiously ignore the counsels of the learned. As president, I will, in the words of Ambrose Bierce, be fierce as a fever, pitiless as the grave, blind as a stone, and irrational as a headless hen. I will reply to the pointed questions of my opponents with irrelevant answers. In the presence of Damoclean swords, I will sell shoddy scabbards at a hefty premium. I will not be in the White House for you. You will be my vassals and work to curry my favor, sedulously aping my mannerisms in the vain hope that I will respond to your needs. It will be my needs, however, which will always be paramount when you elect me, the wrong hero, as your president. Democracy is a clumsy word. Perhaps we should replace it with something more musical, like an all-powerful oligopoly run incidentally by me, the wrong hero. And when the time comes, I will not listen to your pleas. They are inauthentic. My needs are the only ones I consider valid. You will never catch me licking whipped cream from the chests of two women with enormous cleavage. And if you do, it will be proof positive of the fact that in spite of my crusty exterior, as a matter of fact, I care. Salman Rushdie has said that free speech is the freedom without which all other freedoms would fail. I would like to thank Salman Rushdie for that insight, for I have recently decided that under my regime, free speech will be the first thing to go. But under my regime, I will never institute a reign of the thought police.
None of you have any ideas worth suppressing.
And you are all expendable. My advice to you is to keep your eye on the ball. I may lose, but I will have made an important statement that, basically, I'm a loser. But I intend to win. To do so, I will purge all pragmatists from a position of power. Not out of any conviction, but because I like the word purge. In this election, I want moderates and centrists to stay home. On election day, I'd actually like everybody to stay home. I'd be perfectly happy to be elected solely on the basis of my sole and solitary vote. I will never ask you to vote for something that isn't good for you. I'll just go ahead and do as I please and not trouble you by asking for your pitiful advice. My motto will be, I will accomplish very little, and what I do attempt to do won't make sense. Basically, I'll do it if I think I can get away with it. In such a way, I will conduct affairs of state, and if you're lucky, you'll get to read about it the following day in the newspapers. Do any of you read the newspapers? No. Me neither. I'm with you there. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm a troublemaker. I don't read at all. Well, actually, I do read, but it's only certain select publications. I don't get Business Week, I get Slackers Day. I don't get the Reader's Digest, I get the Illiterate's Bible. I don't read Rolling Stone, I read Cool Muzak, also known as Cheeseball. I don't read Fortune, I read Bankruptcy. In fact, I live it. I don't read Mother Jones, I read Father Smith. I don't subscribe to the Nation, I subscribe to Feudal City-State. I don't get the New Republic, I get No Republic. I don't read Partisan Review, I subscribe to Suggestible Hermit. And most of all, I don't read Scientific American, I have a subscription to Superstitious caveman. Yes, I am a troublemaker. I had to go to court. Superman was the prosecuting attorney. He saw right through me, literally. He's been mad at me ever since when he was Superboy. I gave him a kryptonite lock for his bike. You should have seen him trying to go up the hill. Can't pedal, getting weak. Anyway, I went to court. The evidence was antimatter. I was accused of not tampering with it. Well, I may be a troublemaker, but at least I'm well balanced. I have a chip on both of my shoulders. And by the way, this episode of The Wrong Hero has been brought to you by Spam Light. Half the salivary glands and hog eyelids of regular spam. I'd like to open up a bar. You know, this place is obviously such a hip and happening place. I'm going to open up my own place. It's going to be called the Alzheimer's Lounge. A place where everybody knows your name, except you. A place where you can forget your troubles and everything else. Alzheimer's Lounge, conveniently located. We think, we don't remember. Ask about our specials. We have them written down somewhere. We offer over 300 beers, which is great, except we don't know where we put the bottle opener. Alzheimer's Lounge, you'll never forget it, unless you already have. Well, this is a folk music thing. I suppose I should talk about music, but why bother? Instead, I will conclude my presentation by stating that everything is run by advertising, damn it! You know, all magazines is basically just a vehicle for ads, and then there's little articles in between. Well, I'd like to see some advertisements for life, like Wanted. One beautiful sunset that will totally alter my cynical outlook and provide me with a strong interest other than commodity fetishism and give meaning and purpose to my otherwise squalid and pointless existence. And here's a little riddle for you. What's the difference between Boston and yogurt?
What?
Yogurt has an active culture. To conclude, I am the wrong hero, but I go by many names. Men call me King Slave, Ms. Pig, President Stockboy, Auntie Uncle, Father Mother, Dr. Patient, Mr. Client Esquire, Mr. Miss, Governor Helpless, Cousin Alien, Iceberg Son, Officer Felon, General Specific, Sonny Boy Dad. And now I'd like to say thanks so much. Have a nice one. God bless. Sure do appreciate this. Many happy returns of the day. Pleasure doing business with you. Dankeschön. Grazie. Gracias. Domarigato gozaimasu. Merci beaucoup. Thanks a jillion. I'll never forget your kindness. This means a lot to me. God bless your day. Thank you kindly. Thanks.
Okay, I think we got a real winner here. Let's hear it once for the wrong hero. Okay, and it's a beautiful hat. Did you borrow that from Elizabeth Dole? Okay, and now for some music. And our first musical performer tonight, the guy, I think you've played her before, haven't you, Mark?
Once before, yeah.
He's been here once before, and he's going to do a couple of tunes for you, singing and playing his guitar. Please welcome Mark Herman.
Mark!
Hi, everybody. I went to the Newport Folk Festival this weekend. Any other Newport Folkians out there?
Which day?
I went Saturday. Ani DeFranco Day. Suzanne Vega. It's my first Newport Festival. Very exciting. And I got baked like a lobster. I was wearing a tank top. One of those really nasty ouch burns. Well, let's just go into the song. Deep within the suburban jungle, children are laying low. Bullies taunt, stupid bear, just a doll. They poke and prod at the mad little girl, cradling a friend with a one-way paws. Take it back, take it back, take it back. Penguins are stumbling, marching in droves, like Napoleon's army in elegant clothes. A man feels a tug at the end of his fishing pole. The trout pound at the eyes, and the eyes follows him home. Take it back, take it back, girl, take it back. Clutching at his throat between the cathouse gates, swinging slow. Proudly, felines are stalking, pouncing. Chimpanzees screaming. Take it back, girl, take it back. I do have a very fancy mailing list, please get on it. Sometimes you have to do crazy things to get over writer's block. So a couple weeks ago I jumped out of an airplane. Probably not the smartest way to get out of it, but heck, I got a song out of it. Yes, I do it again. I was admiring Superman. My God, that golden guy could really fly. He could fly. I was a wide-eyed 13 years, living out fantasies on the big screen. It was the only way I knew. I was a skinny little kid, the edge of the diving board with cold wet feet and a shit-eating grin. I was defending my right to be a shy younger brother, asserting myself the only way I know. With a 3-mile smile, with a 3-mile smile, I was growing older, rather ungracefully, and blaming myself for everything here. I was yearning for the days of Space Invaders and Superman, and coping with it all the only way I knew. With a 3-mile smile, a 3-mile smile, a 3-mile smile. With a 3-mile smile. I was strapping on the harness over my jumpsuit, descending in a Cessna 44. I was easing out the door and plummeting to earth, becoming Superman the only way I knew. With a 3-mile smile, with a 3-mile smile, with an irritating smirk and a reassuring tug, a 3-mile smile.
Hey, thanks very much to back here for the second time, Mark Herman. Those are both original tunes, right? Cool. Okay. Now here's someone who hasn't been here in a long time, and I like her playing a lot. I saw her at the open mic at the Old Vienna recently. She was wearing a cool t-shirt. It said groove on it. See, I remember. Can you please welcome Maggie Barron.
That's all right. Man, do I have to pee. And it's cold, so it makes it worse.
Do some Christmas songs.
I shouldn't really admit this because the last time I admitted it, I broke a string. It was as if they had reached their hand up from the grave, well, at least one of them, to put a curse on me. But I never really was a fan of the Beatles. But I like this one song, so I learned it. So now I can say I do a Beatles song, and you'll know what it is, I bet.
Santa girl, or should I say she once had me?
Well, this is one of my own, and it's called Build a Boat. I was born inside a double standard. Mother and 6 brothers made me sturdy. She'd say, go outside and play with the boys. Don't you dare come home with your dress dirty. It's a brutal contradiction when you're 30. And I need to build a boat with padded seats and a telescope and look out over the impending terrain. And each time that she shatters or wrapped in really matters, I need to find the strength to build that boat again. I sailed back to the harbor just the other day. The water was so clear, I thought that the storms had gone away. When I touched your shore, felt the shadow closing in, and I drew my sword as soon as the family war began again. And I need to build a boat with padded seats and a telescope and look out over the impending terrain. And each time that she shatters or rock that really matters, I need to find the strength to build that boat again. The knowledge dog is howling, he makes a big bad noise, but I don't need to know as much as he do anymore. We can work and snarl and fight, circle around my simple life, but I've learned how to like what I've turned into more and more. And I want to build a boat with padded seats and a telescope, look out over the impending terrain. Each time that she shatters on a rock that really matters, I need to find the strength to build that boat again. And I need to find the strength to build that boat again. And I need to find the strength to build that boat again. Oh, Thank you.
That was great. I want to be that great.
Let's hear it again for next Magi Barron. Okay, Steve, you're up. You're next. Are you ready? Okay, we got a skinny guitar here, but I'm sure it'll have a voluptuous sound. Our next guest is legendary, the one and only, the inimitable, the inevitable, Steve Rapson.
Song I wrote. I'm just feeling so musical tonight. Song I did not write. Them that God shall give, them that not shall do. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mom may have, your Papa may have. God bless the child, he's got his own.
Yeah, sing it, baby.
He's got his own. Well, strong get more, while the weak ones fade. Those empty pockets don't ever make the grade. 'Cause your mama may help, and your papa may help. Oh, but bless the child that's got his own. When you got money, you've got lots of friends, and they come crowding round your door. But when it's gone, oh, that spending will end, and they don't, and they won't come no more. All rich relations give that crust of bread and such. Say you can help yourself, but don't take too much. All your mama may help, and your papa may help. Oh, but God bless the child. Oh, God bless the child that's got his own.
Don't forget to tip your tip-top waitresses. Okay.
Okay, we've got one act before the feature. I'm trying to liven up here. My big green Hojika tea, the paper cup is hitting me. Okay, if anybody wants to use the bathroom, there's one across the street. And let's hear it again for Steve Rapson. The first composition, because he's selling to, he can't make the joke. I was going to say you were selling it to Rader Werner Fassbinder for his next movie, but he's dead.
I also don't understand the joke.
Well, it sounds like very Brechtian German sort of, cool drunk music. Or, like a sort of...
Get on with it!
You're right, yeah, you're right. I had too much to drink. Can you please welcome our next guest? Then our feature will be on C.T. Elliott, and our next feature will be on after him, Mary Gauthier, and I'll be passing the hat around for them. But before all that happens, this is going to happen. You're not going to play tonight, you're going to read poetry? You can't. Please welcome former singer-songwriter, now-turned poet, Josh Lederman.
Thanks. Well, I would have played guitar, but I don't have a microphone. Another microphone. Okay, I really have to go to the bathroom too, but I'm not going to let it affect my performance. Thanks for taking some of the reverb off. Okay, so this is a poem about rain and rivers flowing and dripping and overflowing and... Kidding. So here's something I haven't done before in this. I don't know how it's going to come off. I hope it's good. Ready? Quiet as it's kept, the stars weren't shooting out of anger that night, and the rainbows all went black and white the day Trouble rolled into town looking for a parking space. But he didn't strip the colors out of the sky. No, it was us. We just stopped seeing them. And some suckers actually misinterpreted the rain. They dove from their windows and splashed right onto the sidewalk, coloring the gutter water red and forcing the rain to wash away the particles of life which all it wanted to do was sustain. But they could stain the city red and purple for all we cared. I mean, all we saw were the shades of gray in between. And the sun drowned out the light show that day, so I guess you could say that the stars were shooting blanks the day that Trouble rolled into town looking for a parking space. See, it was our parents who dove from those windows. So it must have been God Must have been God who turned the world black and white so we wouldn't have to see those colors. And I saw Ted Turner trying to make a deal with the devil on the very next day. But it was our parents who dove from those windows. So the world just dressed up like waiters, serving us up rainbow trout from then on. Here's one by Steve Martin. Pointy bird, oh pointy pointy, anoint my head, nointy, nointy. That was a cover. Alright, I'm gonna do this little thing. It's in 3 parts, alright? 3-part harmony, with no harmony. No singing. Alright, I'm gonna poke out the sun's eyes and give them to the moon. Cause I hear he's in serious debt this month. He might not even reappear. It seems he made a serious bet on a serious C at the dog star races, you know, 3 to place, 3 to show. But then he couldn't prove what he knew to be the case, so now he's on the run from the shiny hitman. But the moon's got a face. He looks just like Tom Waits, and he makes beer that hops right out of the fridge, and I know the ride cymbal swings on the ladder hanging down from the moon. And if he leaves his door open just a crack, well, he might dream like the earth snuck in, left him a goodnight kiss, and the sun didn't see a thing. That's because I poked out his eyes. And I'm going to wipe that smirk right off the sun's stupid face. I'm going to give it to this girl I love because she needs the smile. Needs it to dry up her eyes. So I'm going to take my left hand just in case it gets burnt off so I can still get by. And I'm going to give her his smile. Turn that frown into a crown. And you might ask what I ask in return for this, but I mean, she probably won't even know it was me. That is, not unless she listens real hard. Because every time that drummer hits the moon, well, I'll be the guy clapping with one hand. And did I regret it when I poked the sun's eyes out? No. In fact, I regret everything I did until I poked the eyes out of the sun. And then when the moon didn't want them, did I feel stupid? Yeah, I did, a little bit. But I mean, what do you give the man who's so moody? I mean, I guess you just give him his space, right? And when he talks, you listen. And when he hides, well, you'll get by, because I got the eyes of the sun in my closet. And I got the ears of the Father on my head. And I've got the bite of a holy cost on my neck. And the sun watched it all, and he didn't say a word. And I will never, ever let him do that again. Thanks. If any of you wants one of these, I'll give it to you. It's got some other stuff like that in it. Thanks.
Thanks. Let's hear it again for neo-beat poet Josh Lederman. Ask for $5. I bet you sell some.
No, I give them away.
No, you sell it for $5. Believe me. Jim Infantino sells his skinny book of poetry for $5, so why can't you? That's my business advice for tonight. Okay, now we're going to have 2 feature performers come up tonight, and they're excellent musicians, very good songwriters. I'm going to be passing the hat around for them. The suggested contribution is $2, but whatever you can afford will be greatly appreciated, especially 20s and 50s. And our first performer tonight is a very entertaining fellow. He writes very funny, incisive lyrics, and he's a very good guitarist and singer, and he also wears a funny hat. Will you please welcome Mr. C.T. Elliott.
No, but then you'll see my hat here.
Please, you don't need no hat.
I
I've been preening for hours before this show.
Preening? That's a good word.
Been preening in front of the two-way mirror.
Right, they were billing and cooing. After billing and cooing, we preen.
Hi, my name's C.T. Elliott. I'd like to sing you some songs this evening to accompany your caffeine.
And our,
And if you need to use the bathroom, the one in Burger King's out of order too. You can try the Phoenix Landing. They don't yell at you if you just walk in and walk out. McDonald's is out of order. You can stop by my apartment later too. My bathroom's really nice. We just cleaned it.
All of Cambridge is back.
Is it coming through? Okay. Well, when I was in junior high school, I didn't listen to music. I was scared of it. I thought only people who swore and smoked cigarettes in the back of the parking lot listened to music. Then I finally got my first record. It was a 45 single for Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. And then my next record, the next week, was You Shook Me All Night Long and Back in Black by AC/DC. And then within a few weeks, I was actually watching Air Supply HBO specials on the neighbor's television who had cable. This is all true. So my bizarre musical journey had begun. And this is a song about my bizarre musical journey. This is called Heavy Metal Days. It's about growing up in upstate New York and listening to heavy metal. And that's Heavy Metal Days spelled with a Z. Flashback, heavy metal days. I should have been home in bed. Yes, I was drinking and I wasn't 21 quite yet, but don't tell on me. Cause according to my fake ID, my name was Olaf, and I was born in 1963. The four of us were cruising the Binghamton Rotary, yelling as we cracked open our beers and hee-hawing and yodeling. In the good old days, when throwing up still had some glamour, drinking vodka straight from the plastic bottle, I said this tastes like water. Oh no, it's New Year's Eve, wasted, I was so naive. I thought the wall was meaningful, and Zeppelin 4 was beautiful. Led Zeppelin 4 was beautiful. We had a 400-watt Kenwood deck with subwoofers, and we were cranking Kiss, Rush, Metallica. We were playing air guitar to Iron Man and Crazy Train and Frankenstein. We sang along to Sweet Child of Mine. Oh no, it's New Year's Eve, wasted, I was so naive. I thought the wall was meaningful, and Zeppelin 4 was beautiful. Led Zeppelin 4 was beautiful. We skidded down the country roads, barely missing every ditch. Down by the riverside, down by the abandoned bridge. We climbed the cables and swung on them like monkey bars, 50 feet above the silver water and our parents' car. Death would flirt with us, hey, what's up, Jack? We flirted back. It wasn't just a joke to us. The music really spoke to us. It wasn't just a joke to me. Wah-wah pedals spoke to me. Nobody died, amazing. We wound up at my house, ate some pizza, drank more vodka, ate more pizza, and passed out. But before we did, we gathered for one final song and swore our love and banged our heads to AC/DC. You shook me all night Yeah. song. I've heard this 50-part harmony in Club Scene last night, and it moved me to tears. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. You shook me all night long. Come on, yeah, yeah. You shook me all night long. Put away that lighter. That's a fire hazard. Yeah, you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me all night long. Thanks. Late one night, as I was watching TV, in the twilight hours, somewhere between Beavis and Butthead and the Psychic Friends Network, I saw a commercial from Time Life magazine for a new video cassette series called Century of Warfare. And I wrote this song in response, kind of from the perspective of the salesman trying to sell you. Trying to sell you all a century of warfare. It's good to have your guitar a little out of tune so the notes clash for a warfare song. It's a century of warfare from Time Life magazine. Simply the most sensational wars you've ever seen. World wars, civil wars, and wars that haven't ended yet. Enjoy these wars today on video cassette. It's a century of warfare, only $19.99. These wars will be available for this exclusive time. See vintage carnage footage featuring a cast of thousands, and the special effects cost millions and millions and millions. Rewind the times and find our crimes, change our minds and pause before it starts. Pass the popcorn if I cry. Fast forward through the tragic parts, fast forward through the tragic parts. It's a century of warfare featuring your favorite stars. Keep the whole collection on the shelves above your VCRs. See angry crowds and mushroom clouds and submarines attack. If you are dissatisfied, we guarantee your money back. Taste the thrill of being there, see the leaders pose. See a famished family searching through a corpse's clothes. See battleships explode. See airplanes die. See bodies rip apart for only $19.95. Rewind the times and find our crimes. Change our minds and pause before it starts. Pass the popcorn if I cry. Fast forward through the scary parts. Fast forward through the scary parts. It's a century of warfare. It's 100 years of war. It's family entertainment. Hold your payment, 'cause wait, there's more for the ones who are too young to remember way back then. In another 100 years, we'll sell the video again. Thank you. Well, last night we had a great time at Club Pasadena. Jim Rader, Gauthier, and I are on a CD compilation called Show Up, Sign Up, and Play. And it's getting played on the radio. It's getting played on everybody's our songs are getting played on the radio. It's on.
Mama, I'm on the radio.
Mama, I wrote you this song because I'm so glad you had me because I got played on WERS and WMB. And Show Up, Sign Up, and Play is the name of the CD. And I have a song, Jim Rader has a song, Gauthier has a song, we all have a song. And it's a collection of Boston singer-songwriters, up and coming. And I'm gonna sing you right now the song that I put on the CD. It's a little love song, using as few words as possible. This is called Nothing Too Major. It's nothing too major, she's just my total savior. It's nothing newsworthy, I love her so much it almost disturbs me. I was hurt, hung up and hounded, confused, confined, confounded, slam dunked but I rebounded. She turned my life upright. It's nothing too major, she's just my total savior. It's making me dizzy, don't call me up or visit me, I'm busy. I was whipped, unwound and wasted, baked and battered, boiled and basted. But when we met I tasted success at last, oh yes. It's nothing too major, she's just my total savior. It's nothing outrageous, she makes love contagious. I'm smoking, she's blazing, we're stone cold amazing. It's nothing controversial, some folks say it's universal. Now let's cut to a commercial. I was cut down, cut up, corrupted, criticized and deconstructed, disrupted and disgusted, divided and diverted, disrespected, disconcerted, discussed, dismissed, deserted, just plain this. Gentlemen prefer to be unhappy than to risk sounding too sappy, 'cause sappiness is cheesy and loneliness is easy. When you fear affection and possible rejection, if you show your imperfection. But I passed her inspection and she made no objection when I looked in her direction and saw my own reflection. She turned my life upright, she's coming home tonight. It's nothing too major, she's just my total savior. It's nothing to ponder, there she is, she's coming over yonder. Here's the one ooh part that I only do live. I didn't do it on the record because I was afraid to. You know, you get nervous in the studio. But I don't get nervous on stage, so here we go. If you like that song, you can pick it up on our CD, Show Up, Sign Up, and Play. It's on there. And you can also request it on WERS, WMB, and any other folk station worth its weight in something. Okay, how many more songs do I have, Jim?
2.
I have 2.
You got 2 there.
I have 2. any requests from the crowd here, from the loyal fans?
Song about the 3 bears?
Huh?
Do something funny.
Okay. I have some flatulent jokes I'd like to do now.
And Papa Bear came home with a beer and yelled at Mama Bear, I want my porridge prepared. And Little Bear watched from over there as Papa Bear yelled at Mama Bear. And Brother Bear kicked away his chair and yelled at Papa Bear, I'm getting out of here. And Little Bear watched from over there as Papa Bear said, son, I don't care. And Goldilocks woke up in the same bed, pulled the shade aside and said, someone's been sleeping in my head. And Sister Bear threw on her underwear as Boyfriend Bear was running out of there. And Papa Bear, he began to swear. His Sister Bear said, I wish I was somewhere. And Grandpa Bear yelled at Grandma Bear, who tried not to hear, but couldn't help but stare at Mama Bear, who wiped away a tear and said, I hate it here, and looked at Papa Bear. And Goldilocks woke up in the same bed, pulled the shade aside and said, someone's been sleeping in my head. Someone's been sleeping in my head. Someone's been sleeping in my head. And Papa Bear grabs another beer and stumbles up the stairs. And guess who hears his Papa Bear yell at Mama Bear? It's Little Bear who holds a teddy bear.
Little Bear. I'd like to thank Jim for having me here tonight. This has been fun. It's always a pleasure to play at the Liberty. And I have a mailing list, so the mailing list serves various purposes. And there's 2 possible purposes that it serves. One is if you sign up on the mailing list and you do like my music, you can come see me play at other places in Boston. Or you can sign up on my mailing list if you don't like my music, and then you know where not to be. So what should I do for my last song? Any requests from the masses? From the people?
You already indulged me once, I can't
Huh?
ask. You already indulged me once, I can't ask again.
Yeah. You can't give the people what they want all the time. You're supposed to give them what they want some of the time. Okay, well, I'm going to indulge myself then, if I can't indulge the people. I'm going to do something. I'm going to end on a risky note and play a new one, which is usually suicide for the aspiring professional folk musician. You're not supposed to play a song at a professional gig until you've played it hundreds of times. This is an expansion on my philosophy of human behavior that I began in heavy metal days. And this is about the contemporary situation battle among the sexes, I suppose, but basically my philosophy of life, I guess. It's about that horrible stage in mid-teens called adolescence, and for some people that stage never ends. It becomes an ideology. This is called permanent adolescence. Thank you all for listening. Next Monday, actually this 1 week from today, the Casual Cup, I'm going to be playing there. Just remember that. At 8:30. That's by Coolidge Corner. Sorry, it's always good to tune your guitar while on stage at a folk show where people feel like they didn't get their money's worth. It's a folk tradition.
Throw away your white corsage, declare your independence. All you men who never left behind your adolescence. 'Cause inside every man, Axl Rose meets Peter Pan. They never grow up, they just go down. To our past, we keep skipping class and kicking ass, skipping class and kicking ass, skipping class and kicking ass. Permanent adolescence. G.I. Joes and centerfolds survive our younger years, and we throw watermelons off the roof until our mother hears. Pretty girls and monster trucks are cool, but this town sucks. The rivers flow, some boys never leave. Blame it on our chromosomes and broken homes. We make a pass, get pissed and smash our glass. We keep skipping class and kicking ass, skipping class and kicking ass, skipping class and kicking ass. Permanent adolescence. I threw away my white corsage, declared my independence. The part of me is never left behind my adolescence. Now I'm never free, tender feelings frighten me. And I'm
Thanks a lot for listening.
Don't pay on stage, huh? Thanks to the audience for being generous tonight. It is a slow night. We do appreciate your contributions very much. And our next performer doesn't really need any real introduction. So I'm going to give her a half-ass one. No, I'm going to give her a very serious introduction. She's a very good musician. And she's become a very good friend of mine last year. One of the few people I don't get into metaphysical arguments with. You please welcome that Louisiana mama, Mary Gauthier.
Hello, everybody. This is my mic stand, and I knew I should have got the more expensive one. But you can afford what you can afford, I guess. Okay, we're going to start the song that Steve and I wrote together. It's about not being able to get somebody out of your mind. It's called The Other Side of Free. I carry you with me like summer carries fall, like daylight carries darkness. Tonight's I recall, and those nights enfold me like you used to hold me till dawn. Been to the bottom, took a long look around, on my hands, on my knees, where surrender is found. I pray to forget you in my heart, yet you live on. You didn't want the need I gave you. And I lost my dignity. In the cool of your shimmering shadow, where I live with you inside me, on the other side of free. You came through to court me from another century. The web spun behind you is a shrouded mystery. I no longer fight it, your candle's blessed. I light it and I pray. You didn't want the need I gave you. And I lost my dignity. That new song. Well, if you detect a little bit of southernness in my style, it's because I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And truly southern. This is a song about growing up down there. This is what it would have been like if you were me. When I was a kid, I was a hard-headed pigtail tomboy. Drove mama crazy because I wouldn't wear dresses and bows. Played with boys, I really liked tackle football. Shot snakes with my brothers down at the fishing hole. We all fantasized we were Evel Knievel. Built ramps, drunk garbage cans, I broke my wrist bone. Picked blackberries in the summer, reaching right through snakes. Mom said, girl, slow down, you're accident prone. And the best part of those days is I was carefree. Nobody telling me to act more like a girl. When you're 10 years old, it's cute to be a tomboy. But in a couple of years, you gotta deal with the ways of the world. In the summer, I'd cut grass to make a few bucks. Worked for Mr. Johnson for years, he called me son. I'd take his money, I'd say thank you kindly. He thought I was a boy, I never told him I wasn't one. Saved up $50, bought me a dirt bike. It lasted 3 days till Mama took a heart attack. Never should have popped that wheelie while she was watching. Scared her half to death, then she made me bring the damn thing back. The best part of those days is I was carefree. Nobody telling me to act more like a girl. When you're 10 years old, it's cute to be a tomboy. But in a couple of years, you gotta deal with the ways of the world. One more time for the help. The best part of those days, I was carefree. Nobody telling me to act more like a girl. When you're 10 years old, it's cute to be a tomboy. But in a couple of years, you gotta deal with the ways of the deals, with the ways of the deals, with the ways of the Moving right along in a little soiree tonight, I'm going to play a song with the guitar and the harmonica. Another good love turned to shit song. I close my eyes, but I see you. There's no escape, you're always there. Your name lingers on my lips like an adolescent prayer. I can't stand it when you're gone, but I'm bound to misery. 'Cause I don't know how to hold you when you're next to me. And I don't want to leave you, and I don't want to stay. I don't want to keep on keeping on this way. wanna stay. I don't wanna keep on living my life this way. Each moment is a mystery. We never know how we will be. I'm worn out from intensity. Tell me why won't it ever get easy?
Right. Let's go.
I guess that's a self-pity song, isn't it?
Yes.
It's pretty damn whiny, isn't
Yes.
it? As a songwriter, I reserve the right to whine. Well, this is the final song in my Good Love Turned Bad trilogy. It's the consummation of everything I know about love. It's called I Don't Know Nothing About Love. Well, I've been catching skin catfish, mama, smother collard greens. I bake a mean cornbread. I was born in New Orleans, and I spend my life traveling. I write my own songs, but I don't have a clue where my poor belongs. Since you left me, I'm taking a day to day again. I don't know nothing but love. See, my friends were mostly our friends. Now my friends are mostly gone. I get nervous when the phone rings. Turn the answer machine on. I sit in my apartment, trying to figure out what went wrong. I ask God to make you miss me, but I doubt you'll miss me very long. Since you left, I've been taking a day to day again. I don't know nothing about love. I know I'm leaving when he's coming, but I don't know what to do. I try holding tightly, I try holding loose, but when my honey's heart starts rambling, I get jealous, I get mean, and the fire starts to burn. My God, my love is just like kerosene. Since you left, I've been taking a day to day again. I don't know nothing about love.
Right. Everybody stay. Yeah.
One more song. You wanna play City New Orleans?
Not much effort to get it all looked up.
Okay.
Thank you for the offer.
You're very welcome.
This has been Live at Liberty featuring Jim Rader,
Doing
Adam
great.
Theriault, The Wrong Hero, Marli Herman, Maggie Barron, Steve Rapson, Josh Lederman, Steve Elliott, and Mary Gauthier.
Actually, I'm gonna close slowly. I think I'm gonna play a ballad. I think I'm gonna, instead of going out with a bang, I'm gonna go out with a ballad.
A wine.
What do you do, you know? You write about things you know. Whining is very familiar to me. Came on to her like a slow-moving cobra. His beer was warmer than the look in her eye. She sat on the stool. He said, what do you want? She said, give me a love that don't freeze up inside. He said, I have melted some hearts in my time, dear. But to sit next to you makes me shiver and shake. And if I'd known love, I don't think I'd be here, asking myself if I've got what it takes to melt your icy blue heart. Should I start to turn what's been frozen for years?